Hey, hey. All right. So, welcome to Talk Tuesday. Today's topic is they're watching more than you think. Why is that? Because you don't have to sit someone down to teach them about money because they're already watching you. Hey, hey, hey. All right. So, hello. Welcome to Talk Tuesday. So, if you've been here before, welcome back. If it's your first time, Talk Tuesday is our weekly segment where we go over tips to help you enhance your finances. I'm Coach D, your financial coach, and I want to help you to reach and exceed your financial goals while still enjoying life in the process. So, this month we're finishing our theme, which is the money she models. So, we're basically just talking about things to do with our family, our children, and our household due to Mother's Day. So I thought that was a cool topic to hold this month. So that's why we're talking about. They're watching more than you think and talking about children. And this live is not about, being, the perfect parent with your money, or a perfect provider. Just being aware of what we're showing, what we're seeing, because they're learning from what they're watching us do, how we act, how we react to the money. Hey, thank you for tuning in. So, let's see. What do I have here? All right. So, let's see. I have a couple things that our children or younger family members see and could, learn from you without you realizing it. So, I'm just going to go over a couple of them. So, let's get started. And I hope you all had a wonderful holiday yesterday and enjoyed your day, whether it was working, volunteering, off, resting, whatever it was you might have done. All right. So the number one thing I have written down here is how adults react when bills arrive. So it could be different things they see. So it could be when the bill arrives. Could it be like, oh wow, here we go. This bill's here again. This bill's here already. The the stress from that. Could it be like, oh, I'm not looking at that bill. I'm just gonna throw that down and I'll, look at it when I get ready, and not even open it. It's those things like that that they'll see. Hey, thank you for tuning in. They'll see things like that. We'll let them see how you're reacting to the bills when it come in to help. That will be things that they're learning from you. Okay, so I know when I see bills come in, it's like, it's a bad thing. It's annoying. It's a distraction. It's something I don't want to see. Doesn't something I don't want to, acknowledge. I don't want to open them. Whatever it is you're doing, they're seeing that, and that's what they're learning. They're associating that with bills. I should feel this way when I receive bills or when bills come to the house. And we don't even realize that because it's just something natural that we do. And it could be something that we received from our parents, or not received, but learned on watching our parents. And it's just something that, we continue to do. Or it could be something we didn't see and then, we saw someone else do that. It doesn't necessarily have to be your parents. It could be just someone older in your family or someone that you were around. Number two, I have on here conversations about money. Are you okay with having those? How does it feel in your household when you talk about money? Is it a matter of like, let's say if your child needed money for something, are they going to feel comfortable asking you for it? Or is it going to be like, oh, shoot, I'm scared to ask, but I really need it. I don't know. How can I say this? How can I word this? When is a good time to ask? It's a matter of how they feel. How is it, is it tense? Is it like, oh, I won't ask. Or I'll ask someone else to see if they'll ask for me or or it could be like, maybe it's easier to ask one parent. So you ask the one parent to ask the other parent or, different things. But how does that conversation feel when you're talking about it at home? Is it the stress or is it cool? Like, hey mom, I need $20. Or, it could be something like that. Hey, dad, I need $50. Or is it like, oh, I really need it? Telling your friends I need it, but I can't ask. So, it's a matter of what they're seeing. How do they feel? You have to think about that. What are you doing when you need money as the adult? Are you asking someone else for it? And are they seeing that? And, are they seeing that you're like, not scared, but like hesitant to ask for it? Or are they seeing you, if I need it, I'm going to ask for it because, waiting longer is going to make things harder for me. So it's all about what they're seeing. I have down here also savings as it relates to savings. Are they seeing savings at all in the house? Is something that's talked about, something that's being acted upon? Are they, you know, are they seeing you even mention it? Are they seeing you, put savings into this bank account? Are they seeing you show like, hey, we're saving towards this goal. This is what we're working towards. This is what we're doing to build our money up for this vacation, this trip, this, whatever it might be, whatever we're working towards. So it could be, maybe it's our wardrobe of clothes for the summer, or maybe not our wardrobe, but our new clothes for the summer, or our new shoes for the summer, or for our right now, there's a lot of graduations for our graduation or for prom or different things. How are they seeing these things being paid for? Are they seeing any savings? Did you save for it or did you throw it on a credit card? So just a matter of, is saving visible? It's something we have to be mindful of. They're watching. Are you showing them that it's good to save, that we are actually saving, or are we not saving and just winging it? So be mindful of that. Let's see. I have on here what we're showing them as far as planning ahead, or are we like doing things last minute? So, since we're talking about children, for instance, if there was maybe a field trip at school, so they'll send you some documents home, let you know field trip's coming up, you send up sign a permission slip and everything like that. But then you have to pay for it. Are they seeing you, plan ahead and pay for it right away? Or are they seeing that, the day before, like, hey mom, you didn't pay my for my field trip, it's tomorrow, or something like that. Are they seeing you plan ahead? That's something very important. So if they're not seeing you plan ahead of something that you're not doing, then they may not plan ahead when they get older because they seen you do things last minute or put it on the back burner, like I'm gonna go and do this. We're gonna pay it, and then put the paper down or put it to the side. And it's possible you forgot about it. Maybe you're not avoiding planning ahead, but you forgot about it, so that will show them us reacting last minute. So they need to see you planning ahead, correctly. The plan, like, hey, this field trip, or it could be a vacation. Field trips, I guess, aren't that expensive to use for planning ahead, but depending on how financially what you have available, the field trip might be beyond your means. But another example could be a vacation. Vacations cost way more. So a vacation, they know you want to go on a vacation. It could be you're up to the last minute figuring out, all right, so are we going to be able to go on any excursions? Or, different things you might be doing. Are we going to be able to get new swimsuits for the vacation? Or, do we have this package when we go on vacation? So different things. They're able to see you planning ahead. Like when you go on a cruise, you're going to pay for different things. You're going to pay for your room. Then you're gonna have to pay for, I forget what it was. I think it was transfers we had to pay for, but something that just totally threw. I only went on one cruise before, but it was good. But it was like the money was requested at different points. So me not knowing the full thing of it, I didn't know that I was gonna need money for these port fees or these excursions, and then how they sell out, and so different things. So, but planning ahead is planning ahead and being knowledgeable of knowing what you need to do, and yeah, so just show them that you're planning ahead, so that they'll plan ahead. Another one I have on here: how do we react to financial stress? They're watching us react to it. So, for instance, let's say you came home and the power's out, the electric's out. Or you like, do you shut down? Like, I paid it, and I don't want to talk about it. We'll figure it out. Or is it let's talk about it. Let's figure it out together. I thought I paid it. Let me see what's due. Or what are you how are you reacting to a situation like that? Of course, nobody's excited to come home to a power being out, but it could be anything. It could be, someone hit a power wire. It could be maybe the bill wasn't paid. However, it's a matter of how we react to things, how they're able to see what you're doing. So those were my 5 that I selected. I have a couple more, but I didn't want to keep going into all of them. But I hope this was interesting. This was the live I was supposed to host at the beginning of the month, but I wasn't able to do so as I was subpoenaed at work. So I stayed at work late and it threw the whole day off and I missed the missed the live. However, I ran it back today so we can still have this topic. I thought this was an amazing topic to have because we don't realize that what we're doing, we are teaching, although that's not our intention all the time, but people and children and younger, family members are watching us. They're seeing what we're doing and they're learning like, hey, this is what they're doing. This is what I should be doing. So I thought this would be a cool topic. So I hope it was interesting to you. I hope it helped you to see, what you're doing and how they're seeing it and how they could start modeling what you're doing because of what you're doing. So I hope you enjoyed it. So I thought it was a good topic. Some reflection questions I have. I picked two as always. I have on here, what did I see adults around me do with money growing up? And thinking about that question will help you see just yourself, just seeing in yourself, like, hey, I saw that that's probably why I do this. Just like we're talking about others learning from us, we learn from others. So, children or younger family members are learning from us. We learn from our, let me see, they learn by example. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And, all of us. Yes, graduations can be expensive. Great idea to save for. Yes, it is. Absolutely. And that's an important part of planning ahead, graduation, because we're going to have that graduation gift. That's a major accomplishment. So we want to be able to, have that gift. Oh, yeah. Question number two, reflexive question I have number two for you to just think about is, what habits might I be modeling that I'm not even aware I'm modeling? What am I doing that someone could be watching me do that they're learning from me that maybe I don't realize that, I'm doing and they're learning it? Because we don't always think about that. We think when we're teaching somebody is literally sitting down like, hey, look, do this, this, this. When you want to do this, then do this that way, but really it's just someone could just be looking at you. And looking at you is like, oh, okay, all right, this is what she does, this is how she do it, got it. So I just want you to think about it, even as it relates to outside of finances, things that you do. Family members are watching and they're learning from that. It could be, easy as driving. Good example, driving. If you're someone who drives, and maybe someone's learning to drive around you and they see you driving, with one hand, they might be like, okay, all right, so let me try to drive with one hand. We don't realize, what we do. And, like for example, for myself, driving, that was a good example. For me, when I'm driving on a highway, it's something that I got from my cousin Stacy. I don't even know if she knows that I got it from her, but something I was riding with her. We were on the highway, and she always drove in the center on the left side. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna drive on the left side. And to this day, that's my side I drive on, the left side. And I forget what we were talking about. I mean, it was many, many, many years ago, but it was basically like, riding on the left side, I can see the wall right next to me. I can see, um, you know, I can judge that versus being on the right side. I can see what's over there, but I'm not as close to that side as I am on the left side. So that was something I don't know. I just picked up, but again, something that we see that we get, we learn because we're watching. That was a long time ago, but just think about it. Just think about it outside of finances, things that you're doing that people are watching. So you don't have to be perfect with finances for someone to learn from you. So you just want to be aware of what you're doing and what they're seeing, what you're sharing, so to say, what you're showing that's, what's normal to you. So show them or be mindful of that and maybe change some things that you don't want people to model of you. All right, so we are going to end there. As again, I will remind you every live until our anniversary. Save the date, July 8th. We're having our 5-year virtual celebration, which is going to be fun. It's going to be like a little game night. So I'm excited, but we'll talk more next month about it. But just right now, we're saving the date. Our actual anniversary is July 1st, where we actually celebrate 5 years in business. So I'm excited to celebrate. So, yeah, stay tuned. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you for being here, and I hope it was beneficial to you. I hope you learned something about, what others was our title. They're watching you more than you think. I hope you learn, something that people are watching you do. All right, see you later.